everybody want to be a hip-hop fashionista, you know?
Right.
Everybody want to go to the fashion shows and dress all high fashion.
Because it's Fashion Week in New York City.
It ain't for everybody, bro. You got to figure out what's for you, man, and what's not. But fashion people will say, and I quote, I mean, it's fashion.
Right.
And for y'all, I hit the button, too.
Facts.
Congratulations.
Just because it's fashion don't mean it looks good.
That's one of the biggest things.
Also, hit the button on saying it's Fashion Week. Just even saying the words. It's always Fashion Week. It's always no, it's always Fashion Week.
It does feel like it's always.
No, it's
a Fashion Week somewhere all the time.
All the time.
All the time.
Facts. Oh, I had to be there. It's Fashion Week. I'm like, but wait, where did you have to be? Here?
Milan.
No,
Paris.
Oh, Paris. Oh, back in New York again.
London,
the other one.
New York. Men's, women's, summer, fall, spring. Laura, what you got today, fam?
No, I don't know if you guys saw this over the weekend, but Nicki Jam was the latest.
Oh, she's hot.
Latin star to hit the stage and endorse Donald Trump. Except Trump has no idea who Nicki Jam is. So far as to introduce him like this.
That doesn't matter, Laura. He includes everyone, whether he knows you or not.
Latin music superstar Nicki Jam. Do you know Nicki? She's hot. Where is Nicki?
Oh, I love it.
Where is Nicki?
It makes me so happy.
Thank you, Nicki. Great to be having you here. Now you have to get. Look.
Oh, look. It's not a hot woman.
I'm glad he came up.
I bet you are, because otherwise
he came up. Otherwise, I'd have thought it was a woman. And I honestly believe he thought it was Nicki Minaj.
Oh, that's possible.
I think in his mind, he was like, Nicki, I know Nicki. There's only one Nicki you got to know. And I'm glad she's rocking with Trump. They got Taylor Swift. I got Nicki Minaj. Damn it.
LLJ Cool J.
I just want to tell you guys right now, if it were up to me, we wouldn't have Nicki Jam on Summer Jam. All right? I'm saying right now. I'm gonna keep that same energy for Nicki Jam.
Don't get twisted. Don't get all twisted up again.
Oh boy,
Nicki Jam have a hot record now. Unfortunately, he had a record with this legendary group called Maná. What happened with that record, Laura?
Well, and listen, and Maná is huge and loved. Maná was basically like, not fam. Maná doesn't work with racists or people who support racists. And then they put out a whole statement where they were just like, for the past 30 years, we fought for human rights of Latinos, for people, and that's basically their whole brand. You know what I mean? They're for the people. So Nicki Jam has a song with Maná. Maná was like, nah, we don't want to be associated with you. So
they were like, Maná,
song off of streaming services.
They were like, Maná, I'm good.
Bro,
give him the button.
Good. But Trump is for the people.
Bro. And then everyone was pulling clips though of Nicki Jam saying like, I don't get involved in politics. I don't get involved in none of that. I don't, They would just keep.
I'm telling y'all, but see, the whole showing up to a Trump thing as an artist, depending on what's going on in your personal, is it taxes? Is it a family member you need to hopefully get a pardon for? Are you going to just go up and do this little 1-2 to get a bag and have access? And Nicki Jam said something when he was up there that was, I think also plays a big part in some artists who are willing to, go out and be up there with Donald Trump or take the photo. He said, where I'm from, people don't even get to meet the president.
Right? Sure.
And so that for some people is like, wow, they get that phone call and they're like, they feel special. They feel like,
That's so cool. And then we have a button for you for that being the reason that you go stand next to a politician. It's not getting to meet your favorite baseball player, guys. It's not getting to meet someone you idolize as a kid. There's a person.
But there is some idol making out of the president.
That's
that a
the
lot of people do that, and that's problematic.
True.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, that was.
You forget that the president was throwing paper towels at you during your worst time.
Yeah, you forget about that now.
Forget all of
you're
that.
talking about Puerto Rico, and was Nicki there? Was he down in Puerto Rico? Did they throw paper towels at him personally?
Right. Everyone's able to somehow. Right, but everyone's able to draw a separation if it's not impacting them literally directly. The long-term play of it is so crazy. And here's what I'm praying happens. If this guy loses and the party at some point, maybe the Republican Party finally gets like the balls, if you will, the balls to actually move away from him, because they're like, well, now he's lost the popular vote 3 times and he's lost 2 out of 3 elections. We probably should regroup. If that were to happen, what's going to happen to all the people who decided to fully change their brand into like, I am a Trump person?
Maybe they'll become a Republican person.
Maybe. So do you think maybe they'll roll with that? Then if they just trot out some more, quote, normal Republican in a suit, they'll roll with that? I don't think so. I think they're going to get this button right here is what I think.
I think that'll happen regardless, because you went so far as to like make it a thing. Like you went all the way in. You became a mascot.
That's the thing. A lot of people said that to me. Like, oh, well, with the Amber thing, they're like, you people can't have like their own views. I'm like, yo, I'm sure I know people who are privately voting for Trump. I'm sure I do. But they're privately doing that. You make it your entire life. It's a different story.
Because you guys keep trying to talk me off, or maybe you don't care that there's money available to becoming a mascot for MAGA.
I do think that's often the case. I don't think it's always the case.
I think in these celebrity cases, I do think there's money in it for them. Whether it's direct payment or, they put out a song, or they're going to sell a thing, or they get, they're able to monetize something.
That, I think, is at least what the perceived idea is. If I'm part of this big base, they will all support me, and I'll be able to make money.
Yeah. And, people are willing to do a lot worse than just standing next to Donald Trump for money. Especially some of these people that we've seen stand next to Donald Trump. They've done a lot worse for money.
I guess this is why I'll always be limited in the level of money I have.
That's right.
Like, I like money, don't get me wrong. And I recognize
certain things I am not willing to do.
And I recognize I come from upper middle class privilege, so I recognize that maybe my obsession with getting money isn't the same as someone who like really had a lot of needs growing up. So maybe it comes from privilege. I like having a little money in the bank. I don't get being willing to do absolutely anything to be rich.
Rosenberg, there's people who come from money. This is one of the problems that we have.
Yeah.
There's people who in this country come from money and are still obsessed with the gamesmanship of making more money. The obsession of material. And they don't care who they got to step on, step over, or do wrong to get to it. And that's a real obsession.
You know what phrase, as of this day, Monday, September 16th, it's been said here before, but I don't think we've used it the way on this show we should. The vernacular for this show. But Ebro, you will also love this phrase because you remember where it comes from. We need to bust out, these are not serious people more often.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to just look and just go, at the end of the day, these are not serious people.
Or do you want to go with these are not serious people, or these people are unserious? For some reason, I like unserious.
No, by the way, it all comes from Logan Roy on Succession.
Yeah.
When he's just talking about someone, he's like, he's talking about kids.
Yeah.
He's like, you're not serious people. Sometimes you look up at the grifters and you just have to remember, like, oh, these aren't serious people. They're whatever.
Yeah, they're whatever people.
They're just whatever.
Rosenberg, what you got on your list today? You want to give it to the Giants, who lost their kicker early in the game and couldn't kick field goals and end up losing to the Commanders?
I will not be the guy whose team won by hitting 7 field goals from a kicker that we signed 2 days earlier and act like we did something. This is unfortunate, guys, and this is perfect for Whitish Wednesday in a couple of days. I got to give it to Jane's Addiction.
The Rock.
Congratulations.
Yeah, Jane's Addiction is out on a tour, and they had to cancel a show because their band members, you'll be familiar with both, Dave Navarro and Perry Farrell, got into a fist fight on stage. I don't know if y'all have seen the video.
Yo, I want to see this video. Oh, that's classic.
Oh, I gotta see it.
I mean, they've
hated each other for a long time.
And they're in their 60s, and I think it was Perry. Griff can probably correct me. I think it was Perry was like, nah, fam, I've had enough. And mid-song, just
Punched him
walks
in the
up
face.
and gets in his face and then starts swinging punches and then boom, hit him with the button.
Oh my
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Like in one sense, it's kind of dope. Like y'all are still rock stars. I got it. Like you're in your 60s, but you still got it. But yeah, Perry had enough, and he swung on Dave Navarro. So hit Jane's Addiction with the button.
Congratulations, you played yourself.